Do you want to know what makes a high converting landing page? Well, in this video, I'm going to reveal my secrets on what I've seen tested and proven to increase conversion rates for landing pages for paid traffic. So the first tip is you want to use a unique page for unique audiences. If you are sending everybody that clicks on an ad to the exact same page, or worse yet, your home page, you're not having an effective approach to increase your conversion rates. So you want to take into account where people are in their buying journey. Maybe it's the type of search phrase they used. Maybe they used a brand term versus a research-based term or a discovery term. Well, those people need different types of information. They're in different stages of their buying journey, so give them different content on your pages. So remarketing audiences is a really easy place to start. And if someone has already been to your website and they're seeing an ad again and they're clicking it for the second time or even more times than that, then give them something that has a little bit more incentive to take action when they weren't taking action the first time that they were there. Now, another great tip is to use landing pages to target people based on the type of traffic that you're sending. So whether it be display traffic, YouTube traffic, Facebook traffic, you can use landing pages to target those unique audiences in a more effective way. So for example, if someone is coming to your website from a display ad, they're probably not in a high take action type of mindset. So give them a lead magnet. Don't lead them to your consultation form. But if someone is looking directly for who you are and what you offer, give them your consultation form. They're probably ready to take the next step. So you want to customize your pages based on the mindset that that person is in, and you can infer that based on what networks they're on or what type of ad they're clicking on, whether it's a video ad, a display ad, a search ad, etc. Now, my next big tip is when you're trying to increase your conversion rates on your landing pages, that usually involves split testing your page. Well, it's really easy to get in the trap of testing little minute things such as button colors and other unimpactful things that you might get a little bit of a lift, you're most likely not going to, and it's just wasting all this time that will take to have a statistically significant result. So my advice is to test smarter. How do you do that? Well, you want to have big tests. You want to test big layout changes and big marketing angles and unique selling propositions and unique offers. Test big things that are going to have a big impact, and you're going to know a lot quicker whether or not that test is actually successful or whether you need to go back to the drawing board and try again. Now, a great thing to test is whether someone wants to stay on your page. So someone's going to make a decision whether they're in the right spot, whether they want to engage with you and your website within the first just few seconds. And so making tests that will help people stick and stay and help them to know that they're in the right place, those are going to be very impactful tests. Something such as a headline or a sub-headline, that can have a huge impact, and that's actually where I would start. We actually improved a client's conversion rates by over 30% from a sub-headline. And so it's really a big deal. You can have really big gains that way. And sometimes you can strike really lucky and get a really big lift off from a test such as a headline or a sub-headline. My next tip for high converting landing pages is to begin with the end in mind. And so when people come to a landing page, they're not going to ingest every single word that's on your page. They're going to be scanning it. That's going to be even more true if they're on a mobile device. And so you want people to know that key information early and quickly. You need to be able to have a form above the fold that they can fill out so they understand what the next step is. And you also want to eliminate any distractions from what your goal is for that person to take when they're on your page. You don't want navigational links so that they can poke around and get bored or get lost on your website. Also, you don't want to have more than one call to action. You want to make it really easy and clear why they're on your page, what they're supposed to do next, and why you're the best choice versus trying to find somebody better by clicking the back button. So Mark Twain is quoted as saying, "I didn't have time to write you a short letter, so I wrote you a long one." Now, when it comes to landing pages, shorter is better. Long pages take a long time to load. No one's going to get to the bottom of that page. And you want to be able to say what you need to say as concisely, early, and quickly as possible. People just don't have time. They're not super engaged with your website, especially if they're clicking on an ad to learn more. Their patience is going to be pretty thin. They're not going to invest a whole lot of their precious time to discover what this is and if it's right for them. So make sure that you're concise, that you don't have super long landing pages, and your conversion rates will go up if you do that. Another thing to keep in mind is that user experience will always trump design. You can have the most beautiful landing page that you've ever seen in your life and spend tons and tons of money on it, but if people can't load it quickly or use it easily, it's not going to convert for you. So always preference user experience over beautiful design. I've made that mistake in the past and it cost me very dearly, and so I want to save you from that trouble. Don't go overboard in your design and making everything very beautiful and over the top, especially if it's going to decrease load times and not engage people the way that you think it will. Or if it's not easy for someone to take action and to absorb everything that you have because you have all kinds of flashy things and big designs, then it's going to hurt your conversion rates and not help it. So simple is better. User experience over design, hands down. And in addition to that, you also want to accommodate for impairments. There's a huge percentage of people that use assisted browsing capabilities, whether it's for vision or other factors, and so you want to take those into consideration as well when you design your landing page, making sure that it's inclusive for all people who are going to be visiting your website. Now, there are apps for accessibility adjustments, and I highly recommend that you use those for your landing pages. Now, my last tip to make sure that you have a high converting landing page is to make sure that you have a incredible and believable offer. Be unique in your marketplace, offer something that no one else is willing to offer. You need to convey your unique selling proposition very clearly and in a way that is a benefit to others. And a great offer will always perform very well, especially if you're the only one in your marketplace that is doing it. And so there are different elements that comprise of a great offer. Sometimes that can include scarcity and urgency, having a limited time offer, something of that sort. You know, an immediate bonus can be a great incentive to have someone take action while they're on your page. So as long as your offer is unique and believable, people are going to take you up on it, and it's going to improve your conversion rates, especially from ads. You're paying to get people to your landing page, to your website. So let's maximize the effectiveness of that whole process by having the highest conversion rates that we can possibly generate. So I hope these tips were useful for you. It took me 20 years and lots of testing to figure these out, and so I hope it's beneficial to you. If you have any questions at all, just leave them below in the comments and I will be sure to answer those, and I will see you on the next video.